morning. Welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Today is Friday, June 16th, 2023. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. Mina Kimes recently rated all of the offenses in the NFL on her podcast, The Mina Kimes Show, featuring Lenny, and she put the 49ers at number 5. Why? Well, here are some of her thoughts.
Here's the reason why I put them here. Starting week 8, which is when Christian McCaffrey entered this lineup, This was the best offense in the NFL. He ranked first EPA per play, passing metrics, notably what he did for the passing game. We did a segment on NFL Live about 21 personnel talking about the San Francisco 49ers. A lot of teams were actually really effective out of 21. Miami used a lot with Ingold, for example, obviously Baltimore. But the Niners, with Christian McCaffrey in particular, were unbelievably unique. We talked at the top about the Eagles and the numbers game and the option stuff. I think the biggest takeaway I had from that segment is there are no good answers for it because of what Christian McCaffrey brought to this offense, combined with the other incredibly unique and talented skill players they had. Trading for him mid-season was an absolute home run. And at the time, I was thinking, I don't know, is it really going to improve the running game? It's not the running game that mattered. It's what he did for the passing game, just the constant bind that they put defenses in, never knowing who's running, who's catching passes, who's blocking. It's absolute basketball on grass.
As usual, very well said by Mina. And of course, all that is incredible. Unless you think, by the way, that all of that improvement can be attributed to Brock Purdy, keep in mind, in the 4 games Jimmy Garoppolo played with Christian McCaffrey, the 49ers were second in EPA per play, second in yards per attempt, and second in DVOA. So it wasn't just Brock Purdy. Christian McCaffrey is really the player that made the difference for the 49ers in 2022. Just like Debo made the offense go in 2021, it was CMC last year. I do wonder, though, what trick is Kyle Shanahan going to use in 2023 to keep this offense fresh? Yesterday, Levin and I stumbled onto the same idea, basically. The Trey Lance package. It worked in the early part of Trey's rookie year in 2021, and it can be even more potent now. Think of it. Think of Lance and McCaffrey and Debo all in the backfield on one play in the red zone. You have Kittle on the line. You could have Juice in the slot if you want. You could have Ayuk on one side. And you could really scare the hell out of opposing defenses, especially when you start to put guys in motion and do all sorts of those crazy things. The Niners have historically struggled in the red zone under Kyle Shanahan. We know they need a new toy, a new wrinkle every year to keep the offense fresh. There is no reason why Trey Lance couldn't be that player for them this year. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying Shanahan should at least explore the possibility. And if the locker room gets upset like they did in 2021, tell them to go soak their head. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Friday, Matt Barrows took a deep dive into Cameron Latu's conversion from linebacker to tight end for The Athletic, and it is a very interesting story. One big takeaway, basically the Niners are betting on Latu to develop the way they bet on a very raw Trey Lance to develop. Let's just hope this investment takes a little less time to pay off. One thing to watch, go see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I just saw it yesterday with my son and my wife, and it is amazing. Even if you are not all about superheroes and that stuff, just visually, it is one of the most stunning movies I have ever seen. Go, go, go. One thing you may have missed, just a heads up for everybody, this is going to be the last 49ers in 5 until training camp starts in late July. Don't worry. We're still going to do our long-form shows every weekday. That is not changing. But 49ers in 5 specifically is about the news of the day in our little part of the world. And to be totally honest with you, there just won't be enough of it to make full shows every day. I am eternally grateful that you give us any part of your day. And the last thing I want to do is waste your time by faking my way through episodes every single morning. So if something crazy happens, don't worry. We will be all over it. But if not, our next 49ers in 5 will be on the eve of training camp. That's a wrap on today's show. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Enjoy your Friday and your weekend, everybody. Be sure to check out our new website, goldstandardniners.com, Niners. I've got more up there about the Trey Lance package and why it should work this year and everything else happening in 49ers land. Enjoy your summer, everybody. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera.